Okay, so this is our flower of the month for January. It is the Snowdrop, and I'm going to show you today how to put it together. If you have handy helpers, those would be really nice to use, but you do not have to. So we have 4 petals, we have 2 leaves, and then we have 2 glass nuggets, and that is going to be the anchor for our flowers that we also attach to the wire. So if you want to start with a handy helper, the first thing that we're going to do is solder these 2 glass nuggets together, just like this. And you can use pliers, you can use your hands, whatever works best for you. You're going to want to apply flux to your foil. And then you're going to want to hold these guys at an angle. It's about a 30-degree angle. And you just need a tack. And then you can solder the rest of it nice and tight. So this is going to be the base. And we can attach our petals from there. And what we want to do is tin all of our pieces. And remember, that is just applying solder to your already copper foiled glass before you put everything together. That's all that tinning is. Okay. Okay, now we're going to attach our leaves. Let's make sure we got that copper foil. Now we're going to start attaching our leaves, and you're going to have four leaves coming down total. And so you're going to attach them like this. And again, you can use your handy helper again if you want. You can also just use pliers. Sometimes I will just use the pliers just to hold it nice and steady so that I can attach it. So let's go ahead and tin this petal, and we'll get that one on there. You can tin all of your pieces ahead of time. You can tin them as you go. There's not a right or a wrong. It's just whatever your preference is. Make sure that you put flux all over. And if you do this quickly enough, your glass won't heat up, so you don't need to worry about it burning your hands. This is barely warm at all right now. So I have it tinned, and now I want to attach it right there. So I'm going to grab my solder. Whoops. Okay. And you want to attach it from the top, and we're going to make sure that that fills in on both sides. So at this point, let's go ahead and tin our next one. And this will be our side, and then we're going to attach petals on the front and back and attach it to our stem, and that will be our whole flower. And remember, whenever you're soldering, you don't want to paint. You just want to move really deliberately, smooth. You don't want to give your copper foil too many reasons to want to come back off of the glass. And there are a lot of reasons that your foil will want to come off the glass, so we don't want to give it any extra. And now we're going to attach the petal on this side. As such. And then we want to fill this in on top. And we'll shore it all up and make it nice and tight here in just a minute. Tinning our third petal. Tinning is used in a lot of projects, especially three-dimensional projects. Generally, you don't need to do it for two-dimensional. And if you do it for two-dimensional, occasionally you will not be able to get your pieces to fit because you'll have too much solder in between. So just make sure that you know the proper application, what you're doing. And I think that I want to use my pliers here to attach this guy underneath. And we're going to do our next one. Petal number 4. And we don't need to worry about that drop of solder that's on there because we can use it anywhere it is. All right, 4th petal. And now we want to attach this right there. And now I just want to tighten everything up a little bit. So we're going to add some more solder. And I like my finished product to look pretty smooth, so I want to smooth the solder out all the way around as much as I can. And we kind of want to make it look seamless. We don't want to see too many of these seams. And then at the very end, we want to put our wire on. And so you can come up with something cool to hold. Something like that would be just fine. And all that I'm going to do is tin my wire, tin the top, and attach. And we want this to be a really, really strong attachment. So we're going to take our time and we're going to make sure that we put a lot of solder on there. So we want to attach our stem pretty tightly. And I'm going to do this around it a couple of times to tighten it up. I'm going to apply a little bit more flux. What this does is helps the solder move smoother in this case, and also to cool it down just a little bit, because everything with wire heats up a little bit faster. Okay. That's the Snowdrop, and let's go ahead and tin the leaves for the bottom, and that will be your Snowdrop for the month. So as we're finishing this kit up, please make sure that you check out the other kits that we have on our website. And you can take a look at our flowers for the Flower of the Month Club. You can sign up for this for the entire year with a discount, or you can sign up monthly. And you will end up with a bouquet with 12 flowers, stained glass flowers, at the end of your year. And it's a really, really pretty bouquet, and it's something that you can gift. But obviously, you can keep it for yourself too. So again, all this is tinning. We're just getting that solder on here so that we can then attach it to the stem of our flower. And these are slippery little guys. And remember, you can work with pliers anytime. Okay. So let's go ahead and decide where we want our leaves to be on our snowdrop. And I think that we're gonna go with something like that right there. So again, don't forget to flux. You wanna flux your wire. Okay, so we want to attach this leaf right down here. Make sure you put enough solder. There you go. And then I just watched it solidify. I know it's okay to turn over. We're gonna put our other petal on in pretty close vicinity to that one. I think I want that one right about there. Okay. Tighten it up just a little bit. And that is your snowdrop. So we still need to wash it, obviously, and then we'll patina, but that is your flower for January, the snowdrop. Thanks so much for making a flower with us today.